Gavin, Gerard, asked the question, and I'll just generally read the whole comment. Hi Ash and Piggy, hope all is well. On a slightly different topic, with Doctors being axed, Hollyoaks going from Channel 4 to E4, and now to 3 days a week later this year, is the longer-term future of UK soaps beginning to be in doubt? EastEnders should be okay for another few years, having invested so much in the new set. But every year, ratings seem to fall further, and for how long will UK soaps be sustainable? Corrie has sponsorships and product placement. I thought Hollyoaks must do well in this area, but it's obviously not enough to recoup falling advertising revenues. So essentially, the question just goes, are British soaps dying out? Are they sustainable? Immediate thoughts, Piggy. What do you reckon? Is there a long-term future?
See, my thought obviously goes to wrestling, of course, but it's kind of like all the major ones will survive, but all the like Channel 4 is big, right? I understand that might cause some failures. It is big, but in comparison to ITV and BBC, they are the middle child. No one gives a shit about Channel 4. They had horse racing, they got rid of it. No one gives a shit about it. So I personally think that Hollyoaks might not survive. It'll probably come down to a sink or swim situation where it'll be like, will this survive or will it not survive?
Yeah.
I personally think that I think like what do I think? I think it will be interesting personally what will happen to the soaps, because I honestly think that the way is digital media and not physical. I know this makes sense, but and not like TV.
Yeah.
But it all just depends really on how the next 5 to 10 years go, and that's it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'll jump off that. I do agree with what you said about the ITV and BBC. I don't think those soaps will die, because I don't think those soaps need to be successful. They just need to do somewhat decent numbers, and obviously the numbers go down over time, because the one thing that's always talked about with soap is that it's not as popular as it used to be, and that is true. But also, back in the fucking 80s, back in the 90s, you could only watch like 6 channels. Like fucking, there wasn't nearly as much shit to watch. And we're currently living in like, some people smarter than me coined the term an attention economy, which is, obviously not everything's going to get your attention all the time. So, when you have it, you need to make sure you fucking use it, and everything's kind of designed to make it so you hopefully keep that attention. And it is genuinely where it goes. I obviously did a video talking about the Hollyoaks getting cancelled, which has done quite well, and people have been putting in their 2 cents about it. But like I said, I don't think the daytime soaps are gonna last. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna last too much, because it's at a time slot that the most people aren't gonna fucking watch it because they're busy. And if you are like if your audience are working people, then obviously you're not gonna come back and be like, oh shit, need to catch up on fucking Hollyoaks now, or I mean like Doctors or whatever. And I think one thing that is quite impressively understated about soaps is the marketing. I think is absolute fucking shit. I think that the soaps all need to fucking get themselves a brand new fucking social media team each. Because I feel like soaps aren't as accessible as they should be. Because, yeah, look, getting into a soap's hard because there's so much information that you have to fucking get through in order to understand what's going on. But, like, are there recaps of what's going on? Yes, with EastEnders, they've been doing that over this last year. But, like, otherwise, what? You read a wiki? You want to fucking read a fucking encyclopedia to know what's going on? No, you don't. So I feel like it's a lot harder to get into soaps. But in turn, I feel like what gets people into soaps for the most part is you stumble on some fucking storylines of the past, you know? Like, in getting into Coronation Street when I did, I looked up, like old Coronation Street storylines to be able to fucking watch. And so, you know, by watching this storyline, you do only get to know, like, one or two characters, sure. But in turn, you get introduced to a whole lot more. And this, by proxy, kind of makes you go, I actually kind of like some of these characters, so maybe you want to watch the actual show now. And I feel like the shows would do so much better if they actually used all the fucking footage they own. Because nobody's selling the footage. You're not selling it in, like, fucking compilations. You're not selling, like, years of the show. You're not, like, maybe you're putting it online on, like, your fucking streaming service, but not that much, and not nearly as much as people would actually want. So what you should probably fucking do is make videos using it. Like, fucking, imagine if EastEnders were the ones who uploaded, like, Sharon Gate, or Dirty Den's Return, or imagine they did the whole Who Killed Lucy stuff, or whatever. Just did it in a big, massive video. And then suddenly that video's getting the fucking millions of views that a small little channel's gonna get, because they actually put in the time and effort to piece it together. Yeah.
I do agree, but the problem is they think they know how to market towards younger people, but they have no clue. Because, like, obviously now they're doing fucking, ooh, we're doing TikToks. Who doesn't love TikTok? And it's like, oh,
Yeah, I
fuck.
mean, just to add, like, when they did the more, like, they did a whole set of Kim being the Kimfluencer, and it was just bad. Just bad. And they also do that shit game show called Albert
E20, I
Squared.
believe.
No, it's
Yeah.
Albert Squared, and it's like, lads, this isn't what you do. This isn't how you do it, boys.
I remember that because they did the, you wake my buzzer! And I said, oh,
Like, I'm
put me
sure
out of
this
my
is
misery.
interesting if I don't know who it's for, and I don't know who a lot of this stuff is for. It's like, yeah, sure. I will say, the one thing that does give me hope is, okay, Neighbours got killed, and obviously it got brought back by Amazon. And let's be real, Neighbours was not the most popular soap at all. Neighbours had a cult-like audience in the UK, and Home and Away is Australia's favourite soap. If Neighbours can get brought back from the dead, like, if that show, like, I like Neighbours, I thought it was good. If that show can get brought back from the dead, I think every other soap is fine, especially if it is a Hollyoaks. I feel like, because the way I generally see it, I do see it as, like, the big four, and I'm probably missing out one, but, you know, one's tacked on. But obviously, you have EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, and Hollyoaks. Those are the big four, in my opinion. And I do strongly believe that with the amount of legacy that you have with these shows, it's quite hard to not fucking, like, you know, as said, in TV, you want legacy, you want history behind your shows. It's always a celebration of being a fan when a show gets a fucking anniversary week. It's like, it's been on for 40 years and it's still going strong. It feels like it's always a big deal when this happens. And, I mean, that's why fucking Freevee bought Neighbours. They went, fuck it, we can get a long-running show that people are going to tune into each day. And it's got, like, 30-odd years of history. But not to kind of... do you have any on that, or can I just keep going?
It'd be interesting because you have to sink or swim with this. And I don't know if subs have the ability to swim with it because throughout the years you're just gonna get more and more behind what is actually hip in the community. To quote Abe Simpson from The Simpsons. To quote him from The Simpsons, I was with it, and then they changed what it was, and now what it is, I am scared. And basically, that is the soaps. Because they're like, we know what's hip, and now they don't. And it's like, oh, we're doing steroid storyline. Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's fine by me. It's not. I think it's. I think people struggle. I mean, first we obviously we live in a world where people fucking scream about everything. Like, it's always funny to look at everybody being annoyed because the soaps have gone too woke, and it's like that's just you saying you don't like this storyline. That's you saying like these politics upset me. Like, it's never an actual thing. It's never at risk. Because, some of the soaps are supposed to be edgy, right? The 80s of EastEnders. You have fucking drugs. You had a neo-Nazi gang. You fucking... Like, it was pretty fucking edgy in the end. It was pretty fucked up. You had, like, a real look at the East End in the fucking 80s. Fucking hell, you're having a sleep.
I'm trying to stay awake here. I'm fucking
Yeah, I'm like, those fucking eyes have glazed over. And it's not like a fucking... And Hollyoaks has that fucking edge. Maybe it doesn't have it as much anymore, but it's still tackling a lot more fucking serious stuff in a slightly more accelerated way. But like I said, I think that we just need some fucking people who actually... I think that there's no place to be a real, like, soap fan. I think that there's no, like, communities for, like, EastEnders watchers or Corrie watchers, Like, there's no place to fucking... Yeah, but Reddit's fucking shit anyways. Reddit had cut off its own nose to spite its face. Like, other than the Reddits, like, there's no real place to fucking do any of it. You're not rewarded for being a fan. You're just accepted that you're there. And I think that's also a reason why the shows struggle, because look, as much as it's a lot of investment to pump out a show. It's a lot of investment to be a fan of a soap. There's like 4 episodes a week. That's like 210 episodes a year. Like, that's a lot of fucking time. It's a lot of time investment. And instead of actually fucking celebrating the fans, you do just generally... It's kind of like the fans are adjacent to the show. They're not really a part of it. And I feel like I said, I feel like the whole plan is get a fucking social media team, get a fucking community manager, fucking get that involvement of the like viewers up, because if you're not a fan because you think the show's shit, but you still like the community, you're still gonna fucking be there. And I don't know. It's I agree. I think it's no one's really making the right decisions. I feel like most people aren't taking responsibility for the show being in a bad place. It's like Hollyoaks. I feel like Hollyoaks has been gutted by Channel 4 continually. And instead of them deciding to say, fuck, it's our bad, Hollyoaks has been bad, but we haven't done anything to save it, they just went, we're actually cutting more of Hollyoaks' budget to save Channel 4. It's like, lads, this is your doing. Like, someone needs to get fucking fired here because they've been mismanaging that shit like there's no tomorrow. And where else was I going with that point? And I feel like even with Coronation Street, like, obviously it's still got the reputation of being like between EastEnders and that, like the fucking best the best fucking UK soap. But like, even my kind of being disgruntled with Coronation Street, they keep trying to do these long running storylines. But no one's liking the original storyline. So it's like, I don't want to fucking see this. I don't care about your shit. You're telling me I've got to sit through this for another fucking 9 months. Can I get some entertainment now? Can I have some fun now? Do I have to wait 9 months to fucking get some validation for this fucking shit storyline to end? But no, you're going to drag it out more time. Like, fucking, what are you doing? But that's just my dislike, and I've been a fucking Corrie fan for like at least 4 years now, and I'm not watching it at this point. And maybe
Yeah.
it's on me. Maybe I've not watched it enough, but fuck me. Oh, no long running storyline. But all the current ones are still going on. Can we just redo it, please? Can we just not? But yeah. That, I suppose, answers the question. Are British soaps dying out? We didn't really answer that much, but obviously it's a failure to adapt is, I don't know, some wanky, like, GCSE fucking revision quote. Ultimately, there will be a time where soaps have to fully adapt to the new medium, because most people don't watch TV, and people are watching TV even less and less. And if they struggle to actually realize this and don't manage to keep the attention on the show, which I do think they will, because I always think that good soaps will extend beyond, like, the audience. Like, obviously, the build to Christmas was fucking huge, and it did really well in terms of numbers. And it kind of brought back a lot of fans who would have watched it before, but just went, yeah, this isn't for me, I'm not feeling it. I do think that the good shows will win out in the end, but there's only so much you can fucking go if you've already made a rope to hang yourself with, like Channel 4, Gut and Hollyoaks. Fucking, you can only run so far when it's just like, fucking, can only outrun so much. And these fucking companies need to take responsibility. It's like even Neighbours getting axed. Neighbours was fucking so expensive to make. And that's counterintuitive because it's a soap. It's a fucking soap. It's supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to look shit. It's supposed to look garbage. But nah, they were filming shit on location. They were filming like super fucking high quality cameras. They were costing fucking Channel 5 fucking millions to produce a show that didn't even do that well. It's like, you gotta know what battle you're in. And that's why Neighbours got axed. But yeah, there we are. I think that answers all of the questions. Do you have anything else to say?
It will be very interesting, like, but I didn't know that fucking Neighbours cost millions to produce.
Like, I just remember the production costs were unreasonable. And it's like, no one likes you, Neighbour. You're not even that interesting. You're no one's favourite show. I say that. Neighbours has a very big fandom, but I will say...
we will be watching Neighbours reboot after this and catching up.
I was actually going to try cover it at the time. And then I watched the first week and then didn't watch anything else. I was like, yep, time to cover the first week of Neighbours. No one cares. Oh, I've watched it and I've not touched it again. Down.
But again, I do agree with what you're saying. It has to adapt or else it will fall. Yeah, fail or fall, whatever you want to use. And I just think that I really don't know. Like, it's hard to say what will happen in the next 10, 20 years.
Yeah, it is really hard to predict. I mean, if you even look back 20 years from now, like 20 years ago, no one would have predicted where we're at currently. So, technology likes to increase as quickly as possible, and who the fuck knows?
I can't wait for an AI EastEnders. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm not looking forward to when people do AI scams. Where it's like, hello, I'm Taylor Swift. Give me $300. Taylor, you're a fucking billionaire. Ah, well, you got me. But more malicious than that. But yeah, there we are. British soap's dying out. Tell us in the comment section down below. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and join the Discord to catch up with some more unfiltered thoughts and see what we're doing, what we're thinking about, and how everything's going. And as always, we have Wrestling Channel, One More Match 182, where we review WWE CW, and currently generally going through like 2006 WWE. And also, we finally got our long-running podcast done, where we are reviewing the Christian's World Heavyweight title run in 2011, which started at Extreme Rules. That comes out in about 10 days, I believe. So go ahead over there, and if you want to support the channel, go over to the Patreon or YouTube memberships, which are monthly donations and or a coffee if you want to support the channel and share your love. So thank you for watching. Tell us what you think in the comment section down below. Remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.